You feel that, right? That's right. This is the big shift in February, and it just happened yesterday. So let's find out exactly how this midweek reset is going to be affecting us. That's right. It's time. Let's get ready to tarot. Welcome, everybody. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. And this is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. Man. And we've got some intense energy going on around us. Number one, we have Neptune moving into Aries, which is very, very huge. The last time this happened about 150 years ago, the American Civil War broke out. Now, that's not saying that we've got civil war breaking out, but there have been talks of that in some form or fashion. But the energy is just as intense. So be aware of that. Look at this, the world stage, and see how that's panning out, sending out good vibes, because we can change that based on how we perceive it. United we stand, divided we fall. So just remember that. But this energy, it's not about political anything. It's just this energy that's coming in. Things need to change. And it's something that you can't really ignore anymore. So if you want to look at that collectively, how about personally? What do we need to transform in ourselves? Venus into Aries. We're going to talk about that later, but it's not Venus, it's Neptune. Neptune into Aries is making those visions come true. Again, it all depends on what we put our focus on. You know what I mean? So this energy is going to be in the background for a long time. Not only that, but just as of yesterday, February 2nd, I'm recording this on the 3rd, we had a huge ejection from the sun. And that's big. That's almost what they called, that was close to a Carrington event. And that happened in the 1800s, which fried communications and everything. So just be aware of that. And this solar energy not only bombards us, but it also uplifts us in some way. Again, there's some kind of spiritual connection to this. And as we get closer to this energy, we'll find out what it is. But, pay attention to the symptoms: ears ringing, restlessness. I get restless when that happens with solar flares. I get very restless. My ears ring, downloads. That's the thing. Open up to it energetically. You can't ignore it, so you might as well open up to it. It's not a bad thing. It's a very good thing, okay? And we are starting off this midweek in a waning gibbous. So this is a good time for reflection, letting go and releasing. Okay. On February 6th, Mercury, the planet of communication, is moving into Pisces. So you can already start to see this shift of moving out of Aquarius, and it's the early stages of it yet. We've got till February 18th, I believe, until the sun moves into Pisces. But you can see the faster planets already doing that. Mercury moving into Pisces is maybe a little bit more compassion. Maybe speaking our dreams into reality. That's maybe the first step there. Then on the 9th, we are in the last quarter in Scorpio. So a very intense time. This is preparing us for something. The new moon. Maybe you got something to say. Letting go, negativity, getting rid of old habits, and preparing for that new moon. Okay? Again, the energy is intense. It's intense energy. Filter out what works and what doesn't for you. It's a big time for you to also say, do I need to put my focus on that, or do I not need to put my focus on that? Okay. Now we're going to close it out on the 10th with Venus, the planet of love, moving into Pisces. So again, more compassion, more our feelings. Pisces is all up in the feels. They feel, they absorb. So I want you to be aware of what you're absorbing. You know what I mean? So this week, be hyper aware of where your attention is going. Is it focusing on doom and gloom? Don't watch the news. You know? Is it focusing on hope and making this a reality? Knowing that the hard times are almost over and the change is about to embrace us? I like that. That's very Piscean energy, you know? It all depends on how you look at it. So that is the cosmic weather for this midweek reset. So just be aware of that, folks. I mean, and then as we move into the next midweek reset after the 10th, we've got Valentine's Day, of course, but we've got Saturn moving into Aries also. And Saturn is eventually going to meet up with Neptune in Aries. So this is hitting a crescendo fever pitch if I've ever seen it. Be aware of that. Look what's going on around us right now. Okay? Monumental changes. Huge. Huge, 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 huge. I believe that when Saturn moves into Aries, that's go time. You heard it here first, okay? So that's restructuring of everything. Everything. And it's going to be a good thing. You just got to trust me on that. That's what I feel. You know what I mean? Something we probably never witnessed or even thought of in our lifetimes or in our existence. And it's a good thing. All right, everybody? So again, mind where your focus is going and what you're being lured to put your attention on. Okay? Use discernment. Follow your intuition. Go with your gut this week. All right? Before we start the readings for all the signs, I want you to realize that I go live on TikTok on Sundays at 10 a.m. I also have a wonderful tarot class starting on February 11th, live on Zoom. So check that out. You can still enroll in it. I'm allowing 10 people in for a 5-week course. It is fantastic. I'm going to teach you how to do tarot. I'm going to teach you intuition, meditation, all of that in order for you to develop that intuitive skill that you all have. It just needs to be worked on a little bit. So if you want to do that and do this online, it's not going to be pre-recorded. It is live on Zoom, and it's going to be great. It's going to be great. We're going to do it here in the studio. It's going to be fantastic. Sign up for that now. If you would like to do it in person, I'm doing that on the 15th. I believe it's the 15th. Let me check really quick. Yeah, the 15th on a Sunday at the center at 1 o'clock. So that's going to be in person. And of course, I prefer in person, but doing it online and Zoom is going to be just as much fun, okay? And you can do it from, the warmth of your own home. So, all right, everybody, have a great week. Engage where you need to engage and let go where you don't need to. You know what I'm saying? And go ahead and watch your sign, watch your sun, moon, and rising to get a great outlook on how the midweek is going to be. So thank you everybody for watching. Don't forget, if you would like a personal reading with me in person or online, go ahead and check out the details for that. Okay, everybody, I love you all. Go ahead and click over to your sign, and I will see you when I see you. Aries, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading for February 4th all the way to February 10th. Wow. And we've got Neptune sitting right in your sign, just moved in, and it's going to be there for a very, 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 very long time. So be aware of that. Aries, this is the time to start envisioning the world that you want to live in and creating that reality. It's heavy stuff, I'm telling you. It could be shattering a lot of illusions in every aspect of your life. So be aware of that. So Aries, without further ado, thank you for being here, and let's go over to the tarot table. That's right. And we are going to start this midweek reset. If you are new to the channel, welcome. Welcome. Hit that like, hit that subscribe. Let's start with our angel numbers for this midweek reset. Again, there's a huge focus on your sign. You've got Neptune in your sign. Okay? Wow, look at that. Alignment with 111. Love that. Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. Trust in divine guidance and stay focused on your goals. This is Neptune moving into your sign. It's a good thing. and it's catalyzing some alignment. It's the catalyst to your alignment. I want you to pay attention to that. Your thoughts are manifesting rapidly. So what are you putting your focus on? Are you aligning to your dream or your goal? You see what I'm saying? Beautiful. All right, now we're going to get a message from our inner child. This is from the Inner Child Oracle. I pull these out. I pull this deck out very rarely, but I like to use it. So let's go ahead and find out what our inner child is letting us know this midweek. All right? It's a big deal when I get the call to pull these cards out. Okay? So Aries, let's go ahead and get a message from your inner child. It's very rare that we do get a message from our inner child, but when they do, they speak loudly and clearly. Okay? So let's get this. There it is. Wow, and it's number 8. With choose yourself today. Do not deny your importance. Love that. What's going on here? Is that like somebody looking in the mirror or? Well, we'll read up on it and the book will tell us. Is that like an energy ball or what is that? The suspense is killing me. Okay. So Aries, our inner child has always been sensitive to a promise broken, a desire disregarded, or a hope lost. It is paramount that you show your inner child, and by default, our present selves, that they are important to us through our actions. So ask yourself what it looks like for your inner child to be important to you today, this week, this month, and this year. Write down your answers on a piece of paper. Some of these answers might be overwhelming or seem unattainable, and that's okay. Look at your answers and make a list of ways you can show yourself that you are important every day. Try to distill your weekly, monthly, and yearly answers into a 10 or 15-minute daily task. For example, if your yearly answer is to write a book, then a daily task could be to write 200 words each day. Yeah, that's good. That's good advice right there. Once you have your list, write each task down on a small piece of paper, folding each one and placing it into a bowl or a similar container. Oh, that's kind of like the Freakin weekend. Pick one item each day to do for yourself. Make sure to practice celebrating yourself after each task has been completed. All right, so write down your daily, your monthly, and your yearly goals and make them happen. Don't deny yourself that you are important too. It seems like what this is saying is that you run around and make sure that everybody's needs are met, and then yours fall to the wayside. You are just as important as you make other people. Okay? Very important to understand here. All right, let's get your shadow work. I love using these cards. Absolutely love using these. Choose yourself today. Which one? Yeah, that one. Okay. And our shadow is having hope. Navigate your shadows with compassion and gentleness. Perfect time. Things are moving into Pisces. Grace, kindness, and self-care. Again, putting self-care and your importance, that brings you into alignment. And having hope and being kinder and gentler to yourself. Okay? Let's go ahead and start the reading now. Let's go ahead and see what we have. Let's see if we get some more 1s here. Maybe some 8s will pop up. Kind of getting that feeling. I already see myself pulling out the abundance card for you, the 888s. Let's see if that works. All right. So, Aries, without further ado, let's get the vibe for you. The 7 of Swords at the bottom of the deck is saying, don't let your thoughts deceive you. Don't let your thoughts or somebody else's opinions or anything bring you out of alignment. This week, it's about alignment. Okay? And choosing yourself every day. Those want to come out too. Okay. All right. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. All right. Yes. King of Swords. Queen of Cups. Wow. I say that. Okay. Page of Cups. Ace of Cups. Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles. Holy shit, Aries. All right. So we want to talk about what's bringing us into alignment. And I believe the message is very clear here and very positive. Okay. Let's start. The King of Swords cuts all cords from the past. It's kind of like you're playing 5D chess. It's being very stringent on how your thoughts are going to be and where you're placing those thoughts. This is imperative to where you're going next, the planning phase. The Queen of Cups is saying, well, with all of that, being a lot in your head with the King of Swords, it's also having some compassion for yourself, following the universe, actually letting the universe guide you instead of trying to control it. When you just go with the flow this week, the Page of Cups brings an opportunity. The Ace of Cups says you take it. That's one ace right there. But this is also self-care. So there's a huge thing about choosing yourself today. Do not deny the importance of self-care for you this week. That brings you into alignment. The Two of Cups and the Six of Pentacles is beautiful reciprocating energy. Alignment. This could be opening up to abundance. This is you opening up to a lot. And it's because you need to put in that self-care. That's the big one for you this week, okay? So be aware of that. Let's go ahead and get some oracles to go along with this. This could be, for singles, a relationship coming in, opening up to relationships that are more aligned to your energy, okay? All right, let's get, is that it? Yeah. The Tower, yeah, that brings a lot of disruption. So let's take care of ourselves so that, I'm telling you, that energy is volatile. But are we going to focus on the disruption? Are we going to have hope? We're going to focus on alignment. Be patient with the Temperance card, with the process, Aries. You need to be patient. It just can't change overnight. It's going to take some time, but you can do it. There's a mode of self-discipline here that is very important for you at this time during this midweek. So pay attention to that, okay? Let's look at love and see what we have with relationships. Ace of Cups to the Two of Cups, that's very telling right there. So let's see what we have. All right, okay. I say no more holding back, especially when it comes to taking arrows for everybody and just putting everybody else first, and it never works out. Aries, you really need to take time to take care of yourself as well, big time. I mean, it's a week of self-care, a little bit more compassion, giving yourself a break. You know what I'm saying? And things will balance out. So there is a after much kind of getting things out of balance, where things are starting to come full circle. The Knight of Pentacles could be offering a apology. Maybe you are, or maybe they are. But this is an offer coming in nonetheless, and it's taking things slow. Again, the patience. Let things gestate. Know what I'm saying? Okay. Messages of love for Aries. So this looks like you empowering yourself big time. I definitely would say that. Okay. Wow. All right. We've got some very clear messages going on here, so let's pay attention to it. Patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Again, big message here about patience. Again, the Queen of Cups is really telling you, Go with the flow. Okay? There's a lot of great messages here. Go slow. Wow. Take time to get to know each other. We're always in a race in relationships. You know what I mean? We just want to get to what we want without actually putting in the work to creating a rapport with somebody or something like that. You know what I mean? So go slow. There's a huge message about not rushing into anything here. Be aware of that. And look at that, second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Okay? Go slow. Wow. All right, let's get what's the vibe. Isn't that something? Yeah, Aries, you're a fast-paced sign. You know, let's go. I want to know. This is really telling you to be patient, okay? And things will eventually just work themselves out for you. Yeah. There's this running. Again, escape, denial, excuses. It's time to really fess up to this kind of energy. We're not in this anymore. But go slow, take your time. It's a perfect time for you to get it right for yourself. Do this now before your season's up, because it's gonna be up in March. It's gonna be here. So take the steps to get ready. All right. Let's get a closing message for you, Aries. Wow. What incredible energy. Alignment is not denying yourself. Alignment, choosing yourself today, having hope, and last but not least, wisdom. Beautiful. Wisdom comes from experience and reflection. That is incredible. All this energy is showing you to be patient, to focus on alignment. That's the big one right there. Okay? That's incredible. So, Aries, that is going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget that. Check out the February energy for you. I go over it extensively. I did a live. Go ahead and check that out. That is available to you now. And if you would like to learn the tarot, February 11th starts class 1 of 5 classes on an interactive Zoom live class. Live, not pre-recorded. I'm also doing this on the 15th of February, Sunday, 1 p.m. in person. So you've got a choice, you know. You can do it from the comfort of your home, or you can come into the center here in Fredonia, New York, and that's awesome. And don't forget, I go live Sundays at 10 a.m. on TikTok. Go ahead and follow us there at Raise Your Vibration TV. And if you would like a personal reading with me, well then, go ahead and click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. All right, Aries, big energy coming your way, but be patient with it and take care of yourself. Give yourself that grace and be kind to yourself and others. All right, so Aries, thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and I will see you Thursday live. Welcome, Taurus, to your midweek reset tarot reading, and it is for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So, wow, we've got some intense energy going on, plus a huge solar flare that just got ejected at us, and it's going to be here in a couple days. So, restlessness, ears ringing, that kind of thing. Ground. Okay, do some meditations. Got some great meditations here on the channel you might want to check out. So Taurus, go ahead and be discerning about what kind of energy you're allowing yourself to experience this week. So without further ado, let's go to the tarot table and start this midweek reset tarot reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Let's do it. All right, let's get our angel numbers. Okay, we've got 654 with simplification. Simplify your life and focus on what truly matters, Taurus. Declutter your mind and surroundings for greater clarity and effectiveness. You know, and that's so true, because when we simplify our life, we're complicating things way too much. And you know you have a tendency to do that. You know what I mean? We make it seem like it's so complicated, and yet it's not. We can easily work through this by simplifying the process. Maybe there's too many steps in what's going on, especially when it comes to your thoughts. Maybe you just need to look around and clean and declutter. I'll tell you, Throwing shit out that no longer serves you is an excellent feeling. It really is. Because we, especially you, Taurus, you like to collect things. I like things. Things. Give me things. Shiny things. You know what I mean? And you collect a lot, so maybe it's time to get rid of something. Give it to other people that need it. I know that selling stuff on Facebook is a fucking joke half the time, but maybe that's what you need to do, or just give it away. I know it's really cold for a yard sale or something like that, but get stuff ready for that, or just simply throw it out. All right? But there's a huge call with 654 to simplify the process for you this week. All right? So now let's get a message from our inner child. I pull this baby out once in a while, especially when Spirit tells me. And I thought this would be a good once in a while to get inner child messages. You don't really, this is the only deck I've known to go ahead and do that. So Taurus, let's get your inner child message, and it's go inward. With number 16. It is time to connect with your inner child. Maybe you've got something to say. That process can be simplified also. Okay? So let's go ahead and read up on that. All right, Taurus, one powerful way to connect with your inner child can be through visualization. This is the practice of seeing with your mind's eye while your physical eyes are closed. This practice can be a bit tricky for some in the beginning, so if you've never tried working with visualization, do not worry if it is a slow process. You will get there in the end. So again, that could also be simplifying that process for yourself too. In this exercise, focus on allowing your inner child to come through your mind's eye. Find a quiet place where you can sit or lie down comfortably with minimal distractions. And once you are ready and your eyes are closed, allow your focus to travel inward toward your center. As you allow your focus to drift inward, your inner child will slowly come to you. Once they do, let them be as they are, even if there are aspects of them that you would like to change. Embrace them. Listen to whatever they might have to say, and shower them with love and affection. So, if you are struggling to turn your focus within yourself, take a deep breath. Focus on your breath. I always tell that to beginners in meditation, is focus on your breath. If you get distracted, it's okay. Again, simplify the process. The wings are important too. Your guides want me to point out the wings. Okay? Wow. So go inward. Again, meditation. It's like one of the first words that came out of my mouth for you. So maybe that is what we need to focus on. Excellent. All right. So let's go ahead and get the Shadow Work Oracle. I like pulling this out from time to time. Also, of course, this is part of my practice. I love these. Just like the inner child card, they bring a special flair to the reading. All right, what do we have for Taurus? There it is. And it's limiting beliefs. Again, the word of the day is simplification. Ultimately, you become what you believe. So this is changing your mindset and self-realizing that you are a reflection. The world is a reflection of how you look at yourself. That can be tricky sometimes. Why is everything around me shit? Well, what's going on inside of you? That's a big realization. And when you realize it, is that it's my self-limiting beliefs. That's what it is. It's solvable. You know what I'm saying? So be aware of that. Huge message this midweek. Simplify the process. Okay? Wow. That's excellent. So, let's get these cards ready for you and get ready to start our reading. So thank you so much for being here, Taurus. I love having you all here. Okay. The Ten of Wands at the bottom of the deck is very telling, and what it's saying is release your burdens. Again, if you want to move forward, get rid of all the junk you're carrying with yourself. Very telling here. Interesting. All right, let's get the vibe. Wow. All right. I didn't see that card there. Excellent. Yeah. Wow. All right. So this is great. We've got the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Wands, the Star, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Ten of Cups. I like this. This is a new beginning here, okay, of some sort. So don't be foolish. Open yourself up to new beginnings. The Queen of Swords is the tell-all be-all right now. And it is not looking at the past, looking towards the future, speaking your truth, telling the universe exactly what you want. No more, no less. You know, being confident, especially when it comes to your beliefs, changing that, being open to change too. That's a big one. Seven of Wands is protect your energy. Again, be very mindful about the company you keep. Somebody or something wants to burst your bubble. You know, you got to trust the universe. Big focus on healing also. Just going with the flow. Telling the universe what you want. Again, making your dreams come true. That's a big theme for 2026, especially right now. The Ace of Swords is looking at things differently. A new way of thinking, this could be a new way of living your life totally, you know? And it starts with your thoughts and getting rid of the limiting beliefs and also simplifying your life to get more in tune, be more effective. The Fool is saying, of course, don't be foolish. Focus on the happy ending, you know? Thank you for my beautiful balanced life. Thank you for everyone and everything in it. It's asking you to be courageous and take a step. I know you may be tired, but you got to simplify the process here. And it's based on your limiting beliefs. Such a strong message for this midweek for you. You know, I hope that resonates because that's huge. That is huge. So let's get some oracles to go along with it, to enforce it. The Ten of Cups is the best card you can get in the deck. If you simplify your life, it just starts moving in. You know what I mean? So, wow, that's incredible. Yep, don't turn your back on an opportunity this week. No, this is good. Four of Cups, be very grateful, all right? Work on these chakras, the crown chakra. Allow the universe to bring it to you. Open up to new ideas. Don't be so closed off. That crown, you know, is saying that you've got it closed off here. And we can't afford to have that. Speak your truth. Speak it into existence. Yeah, you're manifesting something here with the Magician. It looks like you're manifesting good times had by all. I love that. I absolutely love that. So let's look at relationships. So don't be foolish. Don't turn your back on an opportunity here. You need to speak it into existence. Very powerful message. It's very simple also. Okay? So let's look at love and relationships and see what's going on here. Yeah, this is very change in relationships, big time. With the Queen of Wands embracing that change. And you don't like change, but I'm telling you, don't turn your back on an opportunity here. The Sun is beautiful, very positive for relationships. And again, Ace of Wands is change. And embracing that change. Beautiful fucking energy, man. Two aces already down. Whew. Your limiting beliefs are stopping you from opening up to this beautiful energy, especially when it comes to relationships. And the Sun is such, you know, you could be dealing with a Leo here also, but the Sun is such a good sign for relationships. Okay? So let's get messages of love and see what's going on here. And we've got addiction. And addiction is affecting this relationship. Again, maybe simplifying yourself. Maybe there's limiting beliefs. Maybe you're just, addicted to negativity. It can happen, especially if we're raised with it, you know? and interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. That's a telltale sign right there with the Seven of Wands. So protect yourself. Someone may be trying to get in on your business. You know what I'm saying? And here and now, your true love is already a part of your life. Don't turn your back on an opportunity to see that also for some of you. That's a big message. All right, let's get what's the vibe. Again, there's a power shift here. Don't turn your back on an opportunity to do this finally, once and for all. All right. The plot thickens. Narcissist, egotistical, opportunist, and fragile. So again, we could be dealing with this narcissistic energy. I think a lot of you Tauruses are dealing with one. Go. Do you have to participate? I feel for some of you, you don't need to. Okay? Let's get a closing message for you. Damn, Taurus. No more narcissists for 2026. And let's see, what do we have to close this awesome message out? And it's support. Seek support. You don't have to bear everything alone. That could simplify the process for you too. Instead of trying to do it alone. Again, don't turn your back on an opportunity to open up to support here. Also, there may just be that opportunity that you've been waiting for, you know? It all comes down to this though. Limiting beliefs. And making sure that you simplify everything. That's the big message this week. Okay? Very good. All right, Taurus, that is going to do it for your freaking weekend, your midweek reset. That's incredible. Listen, I've got the vibe for February. Go ahead and check that out if you haven't yet. That is great. And we talk extensively about all the energy that's happening in the month of February. You might want to get in on that, okay? And if you would like to learn the tarot, the live Zoom classes are starting February 11th at 7 p.m. Wednesday night. And we'll be doing that online. 5 weeks. Beautiful classes. And you'll learn everything. Okay? And not only that, if you want to do it in person here at the Circle of Light, that is going to start February 15th, 1 p.m. on Sunday. All right, so sign up for that now or message me and let me know what you would like to do. And if you haven't joined me on TikTok already at Raise Your Vibration TV, Sundays I do at 10 a.m. Tea and Tarot. Love it. I love going on TikTok and doing lives there. It's so much fun. And if you would like a personal reading with me, then go ahead and click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. Book now. I got a tarot and astrology combo, 45 minutes deep diving into this year. And I predict all the way out till I think it's June. Yeah, February, March, April, May, June, July. Okay, Taurus? So book yours now. Simplify your week and protect your energy from some of these motherfuckers. All right. You heard it here first. All right, Taurus, thank you so much for watching and I will see you Thursday night live. Gemini, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading. And this is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So Gemini, your ruler moves into Pisces. So you might be feeling a little extra this week. You know, it's all right. Maybe you're speaking from the heart. Being more compassionate. That's fine. We do around this time of year, so that's okay. If you're feeling sad or anything like that, I am sending you beautiful healing and energy, of course, always, always, always. And thank you for being here, Gemini. So let's go over to the tarot table and begin our tarot reading, okay? Let's do this for you. So let's get our angel numbers. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Thank you for being here. And the numbers for this week are 1, 2, 3 with progression. Excellent. Gemini, you're experiencing forward movement in the sequential unfolding of events. Trust the natural flow of life and take steps towards your goals with confidence. Big message for you. You're making progress. Believe it. Okay? Strong, strong message right there. Now, we're going to get our message from our inner child for this week. And it's very rare that I pull these out, but here they are. So Spirit wanted that to come out. And it's number 40. Love the artwork on that. Look at that. Love it. And it's you are worthy. You are worth it all, my love. So let's read up on that. Number 40. All right. Everyone longs to be worthy. We work hard to find this worth in many different places, in accomplishments and titles in the eyes of another. But at the end of the day, all we truly have is the worth that we attribute to ourselves. This is not to diminish the beautiful gifts that can be yours through our actions and relationships, but to say that if we do not find ourselves worthy first, we will continue to search for it elsewhere and never find satisfaction. So, what makes you feel worthy? Okay? What do you feel when you hear the word? Is there anything you feel you are not worthy of? What do you seek outside of yourself to make yourself feel worthy? Is there anything you feel like you are worthy of? Is there something that your inner child might need to hear about their worth? What are some of the statements you might have wished to hear as a child about your worth? Write down 5 or 10 key statements of your worth. These statements should touch your heart and fill you up with feelings of warmth and light when you speak them aloud. Now that you have these statements of worth, it is time to practice speaking the words to yourself. Using a mirror, if you can, look deep into your eyes, cup the sides of your face, and proceed to give yourself what your heart is longing to hear. Practice speaking these statements of worth to yourself and to your inner child as many times as you can during the following weeks. I am worthy. You, young version of me, are so much worthy. And we're going to accomplish this together. Beautiful. Wow, that's progress if I've ever seen it. Okay? Now, let's get our shadow oracle and see what could be hindering the process here. Okay? More insight, which is beautiful. That's what we need. That's what we want. So let's go ahead and see, Gemini, what this is all about. Which one? None. Okay. We'll do it again. Not a problem. All right. Which one? This one. Making peace. In the midst of adversity lies the path to self-discovery. So you can discover something profound right now. That's genuine, and by taking a risk and making peace with yourself. And I think it's tied to your worthiness and your inner child's feeling a lack of worthiness. Maybe as a child you didn't feel that, or maybe something happened as a child that made that go totally wrong, in some way, shape, or form. And I think you have an opportunity now to make peace with that, which allows progression into your life. I fucking love it. I love it. So let's get to the meat of it, shall we? Let's see. All right. So, wow. We can make progress here by making peace. And that's saying, I'm worth it and more. Yeah, look at that. Not deciding where to go with the 7 of Cups here. There can be some confusion this week, and it has to do with something from the past. The heartache you feel from the past, and letting that go. It really stops the progress in your life. Gemini, pay attention to this message here. It's time to release that. Make peace with whatever happened here in the past. Wow. All right. Let's get some oracles. Anything else? Yeah, there's one more in there. I knew there was one more in there. I just knew it. Yeah. Don't be tempted to go into that part of yourself that wants to stay there. For some reason, there's a temptation for it. Is it grief, maybe? Is it, if I don't continue to carry this grief with me, I forget the person? Could that be it? I don't know. You know, a lot of people think that. A lot of people think that. If I stop grieving, if I move on, it's like I forgot them. This is a clear indication that it's not. It's part of it. Wow. It's a very specific message, I feel. I hope it resonates with yous. Geminis, yous. All right, yeah, moving forward. Getting out of the stormy waters into the calm waters. That's good. You got to change the way that you're looking at this and the thoughts. The Page of Wands is bringing an opportunity here. You're taking things way too seriously. And especially it affects your relationships. You know what I mean? So be aware of that. And the Ace of Pentacles is bringing a new beginning here that will make you feel more stable, more secure. Yeah. I also get a message of Geminis dealing with a lot of headaches. So make sure that you're hydrated. Make sure that you're not letting things burden you. You know what I mean? Interesting. Yeah, I'm feeling that. You know, like maybe sinus pressure or something like that. Wasn't feeling that earlier. All right, release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. Pay attention to this message, Gemini. Wow. And marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. Is that what you may be afraid of? Or you can't decide? All things in good time, really. I'm telling you, Gemini. Wow. It's such a deep message. But it seems very specific for some of you. Okay. Let's get what's the vibe. Yeah. Look at that. Tension, stressed out, migraines, worry. You can't make this shit up. I'm telling you, this is why I love doing what I do. Because you can't make this up. Release the tension. Let those thoughts go. You've got to let go here. Make peace with yourself. Why is it with yourself? That's so... All right, let's get a closing message here. I wish I could dive deeper into this for you. Wow. Okay. These cards really want to go deeper, but it's time to discover this worthiness of yourself, and really open up to it. I mean, this is the way it goes. I mean, trust the natural flow of life and take steps with confidence. And closing message is blessings. Blessings are gifts from the universe. Receive and share them. And not worry about it. Don't let things from the past, you've got to let go of your past. Gemini, pay attention. That is such a huge message right there. I mean, that's unbelievable. Damn. All right, that is going to do it for your midweek reset tarot reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, check out your February energy with the February shift reading I did a couple lives ago. So that's got timestamps and everything for your sign. But check out I think I go through all the energy of February. It's very informative. So check that video out. It's available now on the channel. And if you would like to learn the tarot, I will teach you in a 5-week interactive Zoom class, not fucking pre-recorded, but live, baby. Okay? And we're starting Wednesday, February 11th at 7 p.m. I'm allowing 10 students in. Let's go ahead and do this. I'm going to teach you everything about the tarot that I know, including meditative techniques and to develop your intuition. I'm also doing it in person, February 15th, 1 p.m. on Sunday. If you are in the Western New York area, you can come to the Circle of Light Spiritual Center and we will hook you up. If you haven't seen me on TikTok, go ahead and get online with that. Raise Your Vibration TV. And if you would like a personal reading with me, in person or online, go ahead and click the link in the description. It'll bring you to my booking page. Gemini, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching. Make peace with this self. You are worthy and strong enough. It's going to make great progression for you. I love you. Thank you for watching, and I will see you Thursday live. Cancer, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading, and this is going to be for February 4th to February 10th, so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Hope you are on your way to a fantastic week. We got a lot of energy going on. We've got some energy shifts. If you haven't checked out the cosmic weather at the beginning of the reading, go and check that out now. And let's go to the tarot table and start our reading. Thank you so much for being here, Cancer. If you're new to the channel, well, welcome. It's about time you got here. We've been waiting patiently, though. Let's move that into the frame. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get your angel numbers. That's how we start the reading off. Let's do this. And, ooh, it's changes. 454. Cancer, embrace change and take courageous steps to unlock opportunities for personal growth and spiritual transformation. Wow. So pay attention to 454. We're going through some changes. Oh, that reminds me of that song, Changes. Oh, I got trauma with that song, Changes. I'm going through changes. When I was first dating my future ex-wife, we lived in a duplex. You know, it was an apartment next to an apartment. And her brother lived in the adjacent apartment, and he broke up with his girlfriend, and he would play that Black Sabbath song over and over again. You know, that dun 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 dun, constantly, and you hear him, you know, grieving in the background. I'm going through change. It was awful, but I was like, after a while, I was like, dude, get over it. And the thing is that they did get back together, and they got married, and they're still married. They outlasted us. True story. All right, so changes coming for you, Cancer. True story. All right. And now we have a message from our inner child. Once in a while, I take these cards out. So this is kind of like a special. We never really get to speak to our inner child if we're even, you know, acknowledging them. But, you know, I'm going to tell you something. Usually they're running the show still, for good or for bad. So let's get a message from our inner child, Cancer, and see what they're telling us for this midweek reset. Let's see. What do we have? Oh my God. Okay. Well, that means we have to shuffle the cards again. There we go. Yeah, I think it's ready now. All right, let's get an inner child message for Cancer. Ooh, and it's number 4 with Be Still. That full moon in the background there too, Cancer. Cultivate a space of stillness and silence to just be. Can we do that? Can we get a little solitude? Let's see what that says for this message for you. All right, within stillness, there is an invitation of being. As we move through our day, we most often take the well-worn paths we walk each day without questioning their benefit to our lives, which can sometimes leave us feeling disconnected. Stillness can be a way to initiate connection with our senses, and with our inner being. It is also helpful in connecting with our inner child, as sometimes we need stillness to hear that voice within. All right. Let's read up on this. So, reflect on the places, sounds, or environments that bring you a feeling of calm and safety. Once you have found your state of calm, put away all sources of stimulus and let yourself just be. So put that phone down, okay? Try to focus on what is before you or what you might be feeling inside of you. You can also take a nap or let your body drift through the in-between space of wakefulness and dreams. Naps or quiet rest periods are also a good reset when you are feeling stressed or overwhelmed. If you feel unable to achieve stillness at this time, you can try this exercise instead. Moving at a very slow pace can be incredibly relaxing. First, reflect on how a sloth or any slow-moving animal moves, and hold this energy as you complete this exercise. Pick a physical task, any movement that you can complete in almost comically slow fashion, such as walking, smelling a flower, touching a friend, or even washing the dishes. I don't like that touching a friend thing. Slowly? That would creep me out. Whatever you do, try stretching the practice of this task for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Well, don't do that if you're crossing a crosswalk. The goal of this exercise is to help you feel safe, calm, and rested. Okay? So, this energy is having you be still and all the changes that are happening here. You allow the changes to happen, and yet you still keep your stillness. You follow me on that? I know that was a difficult read. It was a very difficult read. But I think you need to be still in order for that inner child to kind of come through so you can have that conversation. And I guess for a lot of you Cancers, the message is be still so you can communicate with your inner child. Embrace the void. Wow, the stillness, the void. Your true potential is waiting to be discovered. Emptiness and creative power. So again, being still brings about this creative power in you. Your potential will be discovered. So I think for a lot of you Cancers, you want to ask your inner child, the dream of when you wanted to grow up to be an adult. What would that be? And how can you go and pursue that dream? That is pretty profound, I think. This energy is, this message is about unlocking opportunities that you never saw available to yourself, Cancer. So in the stillness comes the profound changes. I like that a lot. I really like that. Okay, let's get it. The Six of Swords, you're definitely moving out of this stormy weather, but some thoughts have to go. You see those crows? Those are indicative to your thoughts. Some are staying. They're actually taking you into calmer waters. And the other one's got to go, but it's safe to be still. Again, very, very cool. I like that message. All right, what do we have? What are we keeping? Get rid of those, keep that. Okay, so again, all these cards are face down except for this one. In my practice, this tells me that this needs to be shown first, and it's the Ace of Cups. Filling your cup first. Self-care. This could also be a new love coming in. I've been saying that for a lot of you Cancers. Oh my God, look at this. Wow. 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 Fear of failure. Being left out. Feeling alone. These thoughts, although you feel them, are no longer necessary. I release all fear, doubt, and worry. I replace it with love, joy, and peace. I open myself up to change with the Queen of Wands. It's a nurturing energy for you this week. Embrace that. The Six of Wands is just focusing on victory and success and filling your cup first. This is great energy. And you can see all of these images are still images. There's no movement there. The only movement that I see is when we embrace that stillness. So in the stillness is movement, is revelations, are things changing. Wow. Let's get some oracles to add to this. So this is very successful, embracing change, letting go of fear. Wow. Ooh, look at that. Did you see the way those all came out like that? 4 cards. Wow. Wow, the Hermit card with solitude. Pay attention, Cancer. In your solitude, that's where the answers come. That's where the answers come. Emotionally withdrawal. Again, into solitude. Maybe you need this time. But the Eight of Cups is saying, let's walk away from, energy that makes us fearful in all respects, okay? Solar plexus. I am worthy. I feel good. I shine as brightly as the sun. I deserve good things. I'm successful. Another ace. That's 2. Prosperity begins with the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. A lot of things are changing here. And these aces signify that. I love that. Now, let's look at relationships. Is that what's going on here, I think? Is that what could be? The cards are like, well, we'll see. The Hermit card out again. All right, Seven of Swords. No, again, could be our fear. It's time to be strategic now. And this is letting go of deceptive thoughts. The High Priestess. We've got major cards here, so don't be deceived. Follow your intuition. Wish upon a star. The universe says you're back. And the Hermit, again, with solitude, using your inner wisdom. You've got this. Going within, being still. Wow. Such a powerful message. I'm sure you'll have no problem doing that. You know what I mean? Being still, but maybe some of you are feeling the opposite. Maybe you can't be still. And that shows a certain kind of energy also. You know what I mean? So be aware of that. All right, so let's get messages of love and see what we have. All right, so warning. Don't dismiss the red flags here. What are the red flags? Don't deceive yourself into making a move that you're not ready to make yet. The move is to not move, to be still, to go within this week. That's big. And be patient. Everything will unfold in divine timing. Unfold. Did I say unfold? I think I said unfold. Unfold in divine timing. Be patient with yourself. Be patient in the stillness. It's okay to be still. I think a lot of you need to understand that. You know, that antsiness is that restlessness is very indicative to you not being okay with being still. The plot thickens. All right, let's go ahead and get what's the vibe. Yeah, I lost my pace there. I was like, All right, so going within. Very big. Interesting. All right, drowning. Over your head, overextended, and rock bottom. Well, the thing about rock bottom is that that's as low as you can get. So that means it's only one direction from here, and that's up. Okay? And boundaries. Disrespectful, enough is enough, and defend yourself. Especially from these thoughts that rob you of your joy. Remember, last midweek, we were talking about that Leo full moon, about feeling joyful in everything that we do. So be aware of that. Again, boundaries. Not walls, boundaries. Okay? All right, let's get a closing message for you and see where we are in this. So a lot of messages about being still and being patient. Wow, we were just talking about this with joy. Joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. Okay. There's the movement. Isn't it uncanny how those pictures are similar to each other? That's got to mean something for you. Maybe a lot of you Cancers, when you were younger, wanted to be dancers. You can still bring that out. But in the stillness, you'll find the answers you seek. I'm telling you, this is a great week for you. I firmly believe that, and that's beautiful. So thank you so much for watching, Cancer. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. If you haven't checked out the February shift, go ahead and check that out. That's where I map out the whole month of February on a live. So I've did tarot readings for everybody, kind of like in the Freakin weekend style. And you got to check that out for February. Plethora of information. Okay? And if you would like to learn the tarot, now's your chance. I'm offering a 5-week interactive Zoom class, not recorded, but live. Okay? And the first class starts Wednesday, February 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will hook you up. So go ahead and check out the link in the description. It'll bring you to where you can purchase it. And I'll contact you and we'll get the whole dates and the room ready and everything, and it'll be great. I'm allowing 10 students in, so we've got an equal number to work with each other. It's fantastic. We not only learn the tarot, but we also learn intuitive exercises and meditation. So beneficial for you. If you would like to do it in person, I'm doing it in person Sunday, February 15th at 1 p.m. at the Circle of Light Spiritual Center here in Fredonia. So go ahead and check that out, and check me out on TikTok Sundays at 10 a.m. I do tea and tarot. It's kind of like a little inspirational Sunday morning messages, and I do readings for everybody too. I love TikTok. I love doing things on TikTok. And so Cancer, if you would like a personal reading with me, go ahead and click the link in the description, in person or online. I am booking well out into March, so go ahead and book yours now. Cancer, be still. It's all right. You've got this. Okay? Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Have a great week, and I will see you Thursday live, 7 p.m. Leo, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading. This is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So welcome, Leo. We just had that full moon in our sign. I wonder how you're feeling, if you're letting this energy settle yet. You know what I mean? Let me know in the comments. What can I say? If you want to check out what's going on in the cosmic weather, go and check that out at the beginning of the reading. But let's go to the tarot table and start, Leo. Absolutely. If you're new to the channel, welcome, fellow kings and queens. I am also a Leo. Of course, you probably know that if you've been watching the channel. But let's get our angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here, everybody. Thank you, everybody. All right. Our angel numbers are 2, 3, 4, and it's all about growth. Perfect. Leo, you are experiencing growth and expansion in all areas of your life. You are on the right path and moving towards greater fulfillment and success. So keep that in mind, especially looking at those numbers 2, 3, 4. It's almost like a succession of growth here. Okay? So very important. Focus on growth. Now, we're going to get a message from our guides, and this one for this week is going to be from the Inner Child Oracle. I pull this out rarely, once in a while, but when I opened up my tarot drawer, where I keep all my tarot cards, my guides were like, oh yeah, this is it. So, your inner child wants to speak, Leo. What's it saying? Let's go ahead and get a message from them. All right, and it's number 16 with going inward. So it's time to connect with your inner child. Your inner child is like, okay, in order for this growth, pay attention to the wings. Very important. It's very important for this phase right now for you, Leo, is going within and really paying attention to your inner child. What is your inner child trying to tell you? So one powerful way to connect with your inner child can be through visualization. This is the practice of seeing with your mind's eye, while your physical eyes are closed. This practice can be a bit tricky for some in the beginning. So if you've never tried working with visualization, do not worry if it is a slow process. You will get there in the end. So let's talk about that. Going within is gonna take some visualizing, okay? And how you can do that, Leo, is first of all, you can visualize when things are gonna go wrong, you know, you can fantasize about that. Fantasy, there's that too. It's the same process. But what I'd like you to do is to visualize your inner child in front of you. At a certain age, I can see my inner child at a certain age right away. You know what I mean? And I'd like you to be standing in the doorway of your old room when you were a kid. I'm sure you can smell it, picture it, see it vividly in your mind's eye. And I want you to see them sitting back to you on their bed. And walk over to that child and sit down next to them. Make eye contact. Put your arm around them, hold them, and tell them, look how far we've come. Look how we're making our dreams come true, and we're not done yet. We're making progress. We're experiencing growth exponentially. And you're in this together. They are loved. They are safe. They don't have to worry anymore. It's a powerful thing. It could almost make me cry just thinking about it. You know what I mean? But really, and then you take that child and you hold them, Oh, what a great feeling. You know how it feels when you hold your own child. Imagine you holding yourself as a child. And what that would do for you when you tell them they're safe. We've got you. I will always have your back. And then absorb them into you. Wow. That can be very powerful. You know what I mean? So visualize that as much as you can. You can remember that. You know what I'm saying? Wow. So go within. Let's keep going. Jesus. Wow. Whew. The way out is in. Let's get our shadow. Mental contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. This is about being in control, releasing your power, and repressing some of this. Maybe going within and really getting a control on that. Control is an illusion. You know what I mean? It's surrender that has the most power. Because you're allowing the energy to flow to you instead of trying to control it. You are the magnet. And that's all you need to do is radiate that. You don't need to control it. Okay? So, bottom of the deck is the Justice card. Things equaling out. Finally, Finally, no more mental contest. Interesting. All right, let's get the vibe. Let's see what we got here. Oop. Anything else? Wow, that's weird. Leo might have something to say. Look at the Justice card is out again. I'm putting that right there. That's important. Wow. All right. All right, so we've got the Justice card. Again, things will balance out, especially going within and focusing on your growth, okay? The mental contest, yeah, with the Five of Swords. I don't know. It's time to empower yourself, nurture yourself. That's where the balance comes from. You may have an idea to come to fruition here. The full moon, pay attention to that. But the Empress is nurture, taking your power back. The King of Wands reinforces that by making moves. That's you, Leo. You're strong enough. Make that change. The King of Pentacles, safe and secure. I love that. Practical. allowing flow into your life. Growth. Wow. All right. Let's get some oracles. Let's get some oracles and see what they add to this. So this is very empowering. This is no more worrying. This is really the mental contest of repressing that, maybe the insecurities you have. Time to go. Yeah, and this is wrapping it up, trapped in fear. Yeah. The Eight of Swords. Again, that mental contest. Using your spiritual strength. That's what helps you get through this. You're resilient. You've got this. And financial and material changes. That's, again, fear of failure there. And you've got to change that. You know, this is, again, the red. All is pulling to me. And that's the base chakra. That's safety, security. I am safe. I am secure. The universe guides me. The earth supports me. I like that. Using your spiritual strength. Interesting. Now let's look at love and relationships of all kinds. See where we're at here. Oh boy. Okay, no more holding back. We don't have to because of this mental gymnastics we're doing here. In fact, the Emperor is out again. Not again, but it's kind of reinforcing the Empress, which is taking your power back. Making moves. Maybe someone's moving towards you. The Eight of Pentacles is putting in the work. Looking at relationships differently. Feeling this out. And the Ace of Pentacles, an offer comes in definitely. So again, this could be an offer from work or to work. It's like, you know, the Ace of Pentacles comes in and the King of Pentacles takes it. Wow. Could be your relationship with money also. Very interesting. Let's get some messages of love. Okay. Let's see. What do we have? All right. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. All right. So maybe you need to tell people to back off, stay out of your business. You know what I mean? Sometimes, Leo, that's what we got to do. Sometimes the lion's got to roar to keep everybody in line, unfortunately. Trust. It is safe to trust in this situation. Absolutely. And it's calling for a matter of trust by going within. Okay? And self-care. Clear your energy field and focus on yourself before acting and not before. When you're secure and stable, when you're feeling that instead of stuck, you got to get rid of that stuck energy. It's linked to your inner child. Okay? That's where the balance can be found. Let's get what's the vibe. And see. Is that it? Yeah. Soulmate, twin flame, friendship, romantic partner. Take care of yourself first. Go within. If you're single and you haven't opened up to that, there's something that's stopping you from doing that. I think a lot of single Leos are ready to do this. I think a lot of coupled Leos are moving towards a more stable relationship. Okay, let's get a closing message for you, Leo. Wow. And justice, I mean, you know, there's a lot of pentacles here. So that's stability. You know, not relationships that come and go, but relationships that stay. That are that twin flame energy. You see what I'm saying? I mean, not twin flame energy, but soulmate energy. Soulmates can be friends also. You know, it's just, I think you're opening up to that. So let's get a closing message. And what is it? It's inspiration. By going within, inspiration comes. Inspiration is everywhere. So capture your ideas. Again, this could be very empowering for you this week. It's all about growth and fostering that growth. So make sure you pay attention to that. And that is going to do it for your midweek reset, Leo. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, if you haven't checked it out, I did a live a couple weeks ago on February, the energy for February, and I do a reading for everybody in kind of like the Freakin weekend style. But we go through a lot of the energy for February. Check that out. Watch that if you haven't already. And if you would like to learn the tarot with me, I've got a great live class I'm doing online. That's right, live and online. 5 weeks. Class 1 begins February 11th at 7 p.m. Wednesday night. Go ahead and sign up for that. The info is in the description, of course. Check out my link tree. Also, it's on there. And I'm also doing it in person at the Circle of Light here in Fredonia on Sunday, February 15th at 1 p.m. So sign up for that either way. Okay? And let me know, reach out to me, and we will make it happen. And join me on TikTok Sundays at 10 a.m. at Raise Your Vibration TV for Tea and Tarot, where we get the scoop for the week. It's a little bit different than what we do here, of course, but it's well-informed and lovely, okay? And if you would like a personal reading with me, then go ahead and click that link in the description. I'll bring you to my booking page. Of course, Leo, we've said a lot here, okay? But go within. Do that inner child work. I'm telling you, it'll change your fucking life. Really, it will. And let me know in the comments how that works for you and how it resonated, okay? All right, Leo, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And I will see you Thursday, 7 p.m. Virgo, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading. And this is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So welcome, Virgo. Your ruler, Mercury, is moving into Pisces this week. So you might be feeling a little bit more compassion, a little bit more teary-eyed, a little bit being nostalgic, but it's also kind of expressing how you feel. Very important. Maybe you feel this at this time of the year. It's all right. But it's a way to express yourself and even get things out. You know what I mean? Perfect time to do that this week. If you haven't checked out what's going on for this midweek, go ahead and check it out at the beginning with the cosmic weather and come back and watch your reading. Don't forget to watch your sun, moon, and rising too. That works out fantastically and more insight into our lovely readings. So welcome, Virgo. Hope you are already on your way to a fantastic week. And let's go to the tarot table and begin. Let's start with our angel numbers. If you're new to the channel, Virgo, thank you so much for being here. You didn't discover it by accident. Hey, is that crooked? Is that crooked? Let's see. I don't know. Kind of looks crooked. Like the camera must have moved or something. I don't know. I'll check it out. All right. So we've got 666 with refocus. No, it's not what you think. Refocus to find balance in between material and spiritual aspects of life. Stop putting so much emphasis on material things. Again, just so you're aware, is 666 is not the sign of the devil. That's been co-opted. But what it really is realignment, harmony in relationships, and much reflection. So refocusing, it's kind of like a Mercury retrograde kind of feel, all right? Just going to keep that there so you're not like all freaked out about it, all right? So, Virgo, let's get a message from our inner child this week. And I only pull this out when I'm directed to, of course. And as soon as I open that tarot drawer, they were like, inner child time. I'm like, okay. Because I don't get to use these that much, you know? Ooh, I love this. Number 14. With flow, with the rhythm. Get lost in the rhythm of movement today. Oh, look at that. Is that citrine crystals? Beautiful. Dance like no one's watching. Okay, let's read up on it. All right, when we were children, dance and movement were natural parts of our beings, absolutely. We knew intuitively how to find joy in rhythm and how to express that joy with our bodies. Maybe along the way we were told that our expressions were not good enough to be considered dance, but the truth is that every dance in existence was first made up by intuitive movement. Like so much in this world, the art of dancing is a subjective one. And you get to decide how to participate in it. If you've pulled this card and you have, then it may be time to dance. Put on some music and just let go. It's clinically proven that music can alter your vibe and recalibrate it, refocus it. You know what I mean? So if we're feeling stagnant, move instead of sitting in it. Okay? Wow. Let's get our shadow oracle. Very interesting. And that's good advice. You know? Move. Simple movements. Just flailing your arms back and forth. Let me see. You know, doing this. That's good for your lymphatic system. Just movement. Look into like Qigong exercises. Just kind of, or Tai Chi, where it's just kind of like a very subtle movement. Keep yourself moving. There's an exercise too where you kind of, well, I'm not going to be able to do it standing up, but you kind of sway back and forth and you do this at the same time, and this kind of releases stagnant energy. The whole thing is movement for you. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at your shadow work. Ooh. And get a shadow card and see what's going on here. Shadow blossom. You need both sunlight and darkness to bloom fully. So this is about you being resilient and nourishing that part, each part of yourself, instead of just not looking at one. You know what I mean? There's a rhythm to everything. Light and dark, day and night, good, bad, male, female. That's the reality we live in. Learn to flow with that. It'll help you refocus and realign. Beautiful energy. So right now you're shadow blossoming. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Let's get the vibe for this week and see what else we have. Boom, boom, boom. Ooh, I love that. Yeah. Shine like the sun. Beautiful. All right, let's do it. Ooh. Okay, that was it. Most of them fell on my lap and on the floor. Did I get them all? Yes, I did. And look at, wow. You want to talk about movement? Nurturing yourself is on the bill this week. Something that happened around the full moon could be coming to fruition. This is you taking care of yourself, again, nurturing that part of yourself. The King of Wands and the King of Pentacles is a very movement orientated with the King of Wands and very stable with the King of Pentacles. You know, not fast movement, but slow and steady. The world is completing cycles. You could be literally moving or traveling. And I kind of like that symbolism goes together. Wouldn't you say? The world is your oyster. Open up to it. Wow, the messages are fucking awesome. But kings show completion, maturation, you know? Getting in that flow. It's a refocus, refocusing your energy. I want to put that right there, yeah. Okay, let's get some oracles. So nurturing, being confident, embracing change, knowing that it's only going to bring more wonderful things into your life. The world is your oyster. You're completing cycles here. You're done. What are you done with? Conflict and defeat. Absolutely. That's how you empower yourself. You see the truth with the King of Pentacles. You don't wish it away. Stand your ground with the Seven of Wands to the King of Wands, which is don't back down. Put up that boundary, you know. Trusting in the universe, again, the world out again. And new beginnings here. This is beautiful. Wow. Virgo. Beautiful energy this week. Nurture that. Open up to it. And there's movement. Movement brings things into alignment for you. Okay? Wow. Maybe it's just moving to a positive attitude about things. Interesting. All right. We've got the Four of Swords, putting old things to rest, like conflict and defeat, standing your ground. The Strength card, Leo energy here, big time. Big time. Love that. You're strong enough to endure these relationships, to change. Knight of Pentacles is slow and steady energy. So, when you move, again, move slowly. We don't have to move hastily. That's a big message for you, okay? But what this also is maybe an apology is coming in. Apology is coming in that kind of brings harmony in relationships. Maybe we need to speak our truth or something like that. Again, putting things to rest and moving forward is big. Definitely doing some reflecting, and not being so focused on material, but more spiritual and going with the flow. That's huge. Great opportunities here. So don't be foolish. Keep it up. You're almost there. Okay. Especially when it comes to relationships. You're strong enough. Stop focusing on relationships being conflicting and defeating. That only will bring you more of that. You know what I'm saying? So just be aware. All right, Virgo. Messages of love is obsession. Someone in this connection is gripped by obsessive thoughts. That's you, and it's time to put it to rest. I said what I said. Okay? Because, listen, this person it teach you a spiritual lesson in your life. Open up to the lesson. Ask, what's the lesson? What am I to learn here? But maybe we're just obsessing too much. We're too much focusing on the negative instead of opening up to the positive. I mean, you might get out of your Debbie Downer symptoms these days. Okay? Let's go ahead and get what's the vibe. Again, there's movement here. Slow and steady, though. Slow and steady. Definitely. All right, yeah. And it's time. Wow. No more delays, no more procrastination, no more saying you're too busy. You're not. It's time. For what? Slow movement away from conflict and defeat and into completion. Wow, that's a fucking great message this week, guys. And dance like no one's watching. Okay, let's get a closing message for you. What do we have? What do we have? Virgo, closing message. Which one? The one that's face down. Of course. Oh, and I love this. Transformation. Transformation is the soul's evolution. So welcome in change. Welcome in the completing cycles here. That's what that's all about. And being practical about it. You're practical. Again, this could be you finding those solutions that simplify the process so you can get it done. Maybe it's just trusting the universe. That's all you got to do, so that's wonderful. So again, don't obsess, realign. That's going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, if you haven't already, I did a February shift for all the signs. I talk about collective energy, all the astrological events happening in February. And then I do everyone's sign, including yours, Freakin weekend style. I pull it out of the singing bowl and do a small reading for you too there. So lots of energy to be notified about with February, so watch that video. And if you would like to learn the tarot, well, I'm your dude. I'm starting my live interactive Zoom classes, 5 of them, 5 weeks. And we start February 11th at Wednesday at 7 p.m. So I hope you can make it. Go ahead and sign up. All the info is in the description, of course, at my link tree, and in the description in the YouTube channel. And if you are in the Fredonia area and you want to do it live in person, well, that's happening February 15th on Sunday, 1 p.m. We're starting class 1 in person at the Circle of Light. So, wow. Check me out on TikTok, Sundays, 10 a.m. at Raise Your Vibration TV on TikTok. And we do a tea and tarot for Sundays. It's beautiful. Absolutely love it. All right. So with that being said, if you would like a personal reading with me, Virgo, go ahead and click the link in the description. It'll bring you to my booking page. Again, in person or online. I'm flexible, y'all. You know, got a great 45-minute tarot reading and astrology combined together. Whew. Great insight. We predict all the way out to July. Brilliant. Okay? Treat yourself. All right, Virgo. Dance like no one's watching. Movement is very important this week. And you notice how good you feel. All right? Thank you so much for watching, Virgo. I love you all, and I will see you Thursday night live here on YouTube. Libra, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading, and this is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So welcome, all my Libras. Hope you are already on your way to a wonderful week this week. Lots of energy, of course, moving around. If you haven't checked it out, check out the Cosmic Energy Forecast at the beginning of this video, and come back and check your video out. But we're going to talk about what's happening February 10th for you right now. Venus, your ruler, is moving into Pisces. So, more compassion, feeling the love, expressing the love. Let's hope you are. Let's hope we're falling in love again. Maybe you're being more compassionate to yourself. So let's go to the tarot table and start our reading. I just wanted to give you a little heads up with that, because when your ruler of your sign moves into a different sign, it's big. It's big, and you need to know that so you can work with that energy. Okay? So look at that. Angel numbers are 4, 5, 6. With Manifest Your Dreams. Beautiful. You have the power to make things happen, Libra. It's time for you to take action with faith and confidence, knowing that your angels are guiding and supporting you every step of the way. That's how you manifest your dreams. Knowing that with action, and that includes faith and confidence, that you are being guided and supported. The universe guides me and supports me in everything I do. Say that a lot this week. Okay? Now, let's get a message from our guides. And this week, we're getting it from our inner child, from the Inner Child Oracle. I pull this out once in a blue moon. And of course, today was the day they were like, yeah, Inner Child wants to speak to all signs. Okay, let's do it. So, Libra, without further ado, let's get an Inner Child message for you. They want me to cut that again. So I really like inner child work. I think it's very important for us to do that. Damn. Okay, there it is with number 12. With emotions are the reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. And your ruler moving into Pisces is definitely giving you that deeper meaning. Okay, let's read up on it. Number 12. Emotions can often indicate how an event is affecting your inner child. Interesting. When you experience an unusually intense emotional response to a present situation, it may be a sign that an aspect of your inner child is hurting. Since your inner child can carry many different wounds from childhood into your present moments as an adult, when intense emotions do arise, it is good to take a moment to sit with them and with your hurting inner child. Wow. So, here's an awareness exercise you can do. Find a space where you can focus on your feelings and try to identify the sensations you are currently feeling. Ask yourself if there is a connection between how you feel now and your childhood. I'm going to tell you something that will always link up. Always. Listen to your intuition and become curious about what you are experiencing. Follow the trail of your emotions forward, continuing to ask your questions about where the root of these emotions might lie. Ask yourself if there is anything you can do to help heal this old wounding in the present moment, and have patience with yourself in this process, and put this exercise aside if it becomes too overwhelming, all right? But really, and this is true, and this is a lot of what my approach to healing is. If you want to get down to the reason why you act the way you do now, it's always something linked to childhood in some form or fashion. And it's up to you, that's part of your spiritual work, to go ahead and make sure that you follow the dots. You follow the breadcrumbs back to the beginning of it all. And you'll be amazed at what you discover and how to heal it and how you feel after you have. It's life-changing. So pay attention to that. Feel the emotions and ask yourself where these came from. It's profound wisdom for you, Libra. That's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Okay? Let's get to, we got to get the shadow work first. Let's do it. So emotions are the reflection. So we look for the deeper meaning. Why am I feeling this way? What happened when I was younger that made me go here? And I really, that's my whole thing. We get down to the root of it. If you do a real reading with me, and you can, in person or online, that's what we do. We get to the root cause of things so we can finally do the healing. Now, mental contest. Strength isn't from winning. Struggles define strengths. So this is about being in control and not in control, and where that power comes from, and repressing yourself of that power. Again, the emotions are linked in some way. Wow. Powerful stuff, guys. Powerful stuff. All right. Let's go ahead and get to it. Man, this deck is really, look at this. I mean, if I just let it go, it'll just keep growing and growing and growing. You know what I mean? It's had it. All right, let's do this. There it is. Wow, okay. Yeah, I see how that works. Yeah. Yep. All right. Wow. Doing the work is definitely going to help your well-being here. Definitely. So let's go over it. We've got the Four of Pentacles, okay? Four of Pentacles is saying you're holding back. You're holding back because you're being too serious. The Page of Wands is coming in to say, listen, man, you're taking life way too seriously. Again, last week we were talking about joy with the Leo full moon. So you could be putting this into practice. What are you holding back that brings you joy? And why would you do that to yourself? You're holding back your own happiness. It's time to let that go. Again, it's something from the past. The Eight of Pentacles and the King of Swords is putting in the work to think differently, to look at it more maturely. We've got some distance between us and the past, and we're cutting that off. And we're seeing that we've been holding ourselves back this whole time. And when we come to this realization, well, the Ace of Wands brings in a fire in the way that we change and do things. And the Three of Pentacles is recognition and reward. So again, it pays off. You know what I mean? 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow. Let's go ahead and get some oracles to add on to that. So again, you know, what's bringing you joy, what's not, Libra? You got to put in the work to only focus on what brings you joy, and that's it. You know, you're holding back. There's a definite message about that. Yeah, another 4. Rest and rejuvenate with the Four of Wands. Let things put this to rest, literally put it to rest. And the Hierophant is faith. Using that inner wisdom, knowing that you are guided and protected. You know, that's huge. Sometimes we just get so freaked out that we've got to do this alone. But I think with all this energy going on, you kind of need to rest. And again, that helps balance the energy out. You see what I'm saying? Because you're all about balance, of course. So, and I really think that now that we're moving into relationships, I think this is where actually it kind of comes together with this reading, because I think it has to do with relationships of some sort. Let's see. What do we have for Libra in our relationships this week? What do we need to focus on and work on? All right, so we have the Hermit. Using our inner wisdom, going within. This may be a quiet week for you. That's okay. You know, again, reflection. I like that. We have the King of Swords out again. So this is about communication is key for you in all your relationships. And kind of just freezing out people that don't deserve your energy. Again, the Justice card here, beautiful. With things balancing out when you focus on that, when you know that is happening, when you open up to it. The Page of Swords, again, messages coming in for you about relationships here. This is interesting. And victory and success, so this will be very successful for you in some way. Again, communication's key. Without overreacting and not holding back. Where's the middle ground in all of that? Yeah. Definitely the message there. You may be one of those Libras that go from one extreme to the other. So, something definitely to work on. Okay? I'm talking to the camera already like I switched it over. Oh my God. All right, integrity. Does this situation align with your values and morals? And that's where that Justice card comes out. Like, take some time to really figure this out. Is this bringing you joy? If this relationship is not bringing you joy, you seriously have to take some steps to eliminate that or have a conversation, okay? And of course, on the other end, chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. Again, the Justice card is showing that things, you know, they balance out if you focus on that. So for some of you, you're noticing the imbalance and you're doing something about it. The others are knowing that this can put the imbalance back in and you put in the work to do it. And it works out fantastically because you put in the work. All right, let's get, what's the vibe? So no holding back. Again, what are you holding back? And why? I think this can offer some light is paranoid. Being cautious, being insecure and guarded. Yeah, of course. That's why that King of Swords is out twice, because you have a tendency to clam up when you need to talk up, okay? So you can put things to rest finally once and for all. And wishful thinking. Second chance, deja vu, and nostalgia. Now this nostalgia brings us back to the childhood thing. Maybe being too nostalgic. But there's a second chance here for a lot of you. And that I definitely see is second chance. Wow. Let's get a closing message for you. Wow. Libra, powerful stuff. Let go of being cautious and insecure and guarded. That doesn't help at all. So the closing message for you is intuition. Listen to your intuition. It never lies. That's the one thing you can count on there, guys. Is the intuition. Wow, that's incredible. Hey, that is going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget, check out the February shift video I did a couple weeks ago. This got us ready for February. I talk about all the astrology that's going on and the energy that's really shifting right now as we speak. and also that full moon that we had. But I also do a reading for everybody for February, kind of like the Freakin weekend style. I pull your name out of the singing bowl and boom, we hit it. So watch that, check that out. And if you are interested in learning the tarot with me, I'm starting in my 5-week interactive online class, live, not pre-recorded, Wednesday, February 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go ahead and sign up for it today. All the info is in the link tree and the description, okay? And join me on TikTok Sundays at 10 a.m. for Tea and Tarot. I love doing the lives on TikTok. I really do. I have so much fun on TikTok. I have fun here too. Of course, this is the main stage, but changing it up a little bit because, YouTube doesn't really offer that interactive chat. I mean, it does, but not in the way that TikTok does. It's fun. It's really fun. So, all right, if you would like a personal reading with me in person or online, go ahead and click the link in the description. I am booking all the way out to March. So get yours in, guys. I'm telling you, because it goes fast. All right. So Libra, everything will unfold when you deal with some of this stuff from the past. All right. And you watch how fantastic it becomes. All right. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all, and have a great week. And I will see you Thursday, 7 p.m. live here on YouTube. Scorpio, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading, and it's going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So welcome, Scorpio. Hope you are on your way to a wonderful effing week so far. Lots of intense energy. How you handling that? Let me know in the comments below, of course. And I hope it's going good for you. So I'm sending you love and healing and all of that stuff. Yes. There we go. Let's go to the tarot table and begin. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. Make sure you check out the cosmic weather at the beginning of the video to see what's going on, how to deal with it. All right, let's get our angel numbers. Lots of people getting this message this week, and there's plenty of changes going on with 454. Embrace change and take courageous steps to unlock opportunities for personal growth and spiritual transformation. And that's what you're all about. You know what I mean? But it's opening up to changes and knowing that, things can't always stay the same. And as much as we want them to, we have to open up to changes, because change is good. Change is growth. Change is wonderful. It's scary as fuck. But Scorpio, come on. What are we talking about here? You know what I'm saying? So pay attention to 454. And we're getting a message from our inner child this week, from the Inner Child Oracle. Once in a while, I pull these out. And today was the day. Because I think I toggle between like 4 or 5 decks. And this one isn't in the rotation. It's a special kind of event kind of energy. I guess that's the way you can describe it. So let's get a message from our inner child, Scorpio. Number 10. Disappointment is not the end. Look at that card. Let's just take a look at it. There is hope even in the darkest of nights. Wow. Did we really need to hear that, Let's read up on it. Scorpio, disappointment can be a difficult emotion to experience, and afterward, it can be hard to have hope again. It is okay to be disappointed. Disappointment is an aspect of life that is inevitable, and being human is a messy journey full of twists and turns. We do the best we can with the knowledge we have, but not everything turns out as we hope. In truth, no disappointments or mistakes make us any less of the beautiful, wonderful people that we are. This is a sign that the fear of disappointment is hindering your path. Practice courage and acceptance. There is always hope. Beloved and happiness is waiting for you just ahead. So, let's go over like a little exercise. an acceptance exercise. If you feel fear around disappointment or have experienced disappointment, then it might be a good practice developing acceptance around it. If we are unable to accept that a disappointment has occurred, it can cause prolonged pain. By avoiding the reality of our disappointment, it may feel as though we are protecting ourselves from pain, but it will ultimately hinder our ability to go after what we desire in the future. So try to accept that disappointments will come and go, and know that you are strong enough to try again. Do not let disappointment or the fear of being disappointed stop you from living your glorious life. Fuck, man. Your inner child is like, listen, it's not the end. In fact, there's a lot of changes here that are actually blessings in disguise. All right, let's look at our shadow work. Wow. Powerful message right out of the gate. As always, of course, you know. All right, avoidance. Wow. Okay. Kind of goes along with it. It's key to see the need to avoid discomfort, but also to overcome it and thrive. So we need to confront this because it's hindering our progress. Wow. And it's changing the way that we're looking at things. Don't be disappointed. Look at it as it was a blessing in disguise. Fantastic. Okay. And if you keep focusing on disappointment, you're going to find more things to be disappointed about. So you're already making this trap, this cycle, you know. Number 8, the strength card with you are strong enough. It's time to pull out that inner strength. Wow. That's great. All right, Scorpio, let's do it. What do we have for Scorpio? Is that it? Nope, one more. And there it is. I love it. Okay. Wow. I really like this. It's not giving you a total beatdown. It's just reminding you of some things, okay? With the 9 of Wands, we understand. We understand why you have to be the way you are, Scorpio, because there has been some disappointment, but you are resilient. And putting up walls isn't the answer. It's taking them down. It's making you vulnerable, which allows opportunity and changes to come in. The King of Cups is saying, number 1, trust your intuition. Number 2, don't let your emotions get in the way. This is you. You're a water sign. So emotions are huge. Okay? This is how you get out of the darkest night, is be the sun. And that's that. Open up to it. Get some vitamin D, okay? And the Lovers, opening up to a relationship, changing the way that you handle your relationships. So there's a focus here on your inner workings with your relationship with yourself and other people as well. So pay attention to that. That's a huge message, okay? Let's get some oracles. Shed some more light on it, because that's what this situation is doing, is it's shedding the light on this to give you a different perspective, to change the way that you're looking at your life. It's beautiful. It really is. Because it's transformation, something you embrace. Just one? Emotional loss. With the 5 of Cups, we're looking at the past. Again, we could be looking at the disappointment of the past, and therefore we stay in the past. You understand? It's like there's a huge call here for you to like snap out of it. You know what I mean? Let this go. It's hindering your relationship with yourself and others. You put disappointment in front of everything, and you wonder why you're disappointed. Is it easier that way for you to deal with things? I'm trying to understand the dynamic here. You got to change it either way, all right? For your own sake, for your personal growth. Hot diggity dog. Intense. Yeah, these these cards are just... I need all new sets of decks. I mean, they're just softening up so much. It's really getting hard to shuffle them. All right, so let's look at relationships. We got all these cards face down except for this, the Ten of Pentacles. And in this portion of the relationship, this is good. This is stable, long-lasting. I mean, this person's got it all, you know? Family is important there too. Oh boy. But look, again, the Five of Cups. Singing it loud and proud. Look, you're too busy about all this disappointment and not realizing that there's still more to be had. It's frustrating, I understand. And then we have the Five of Swords. This is it. This is your determining point of what you have to do. Follow your intuition. Let's put fives on the board, 5, 5, 5. So you're at a halfway point, a transformation here, definitely, with the fives. And again, changes. More fives. So you're almost there. So why yank it out? You know, why do this to yourself? Okay? Because it pays off. Long lasting. Stop avoiding issues that need to be taken care of in relationships. Or maybe putting things to rest once and for all. Better you will feel. Okay. All right, let's get our messages of love, and they are mastery. You've learned the spiritual lesson. Many of you could be going through that right now. Not a problem. Balance. One person is giving too much in this relationship. Or not enough. Either way, I think you need to change that also. An awakening. Someone is undergoing a spiritual transformation. That's definitely you. That's definitely you. But there's a huge focus on long-lasting relationships, and that's all you should be putting your focus on. You know what I mean? It's possible with this card. With yourself and everything. Everything's transforming for you, Scorpio. Embrace it instead of freaking out about it, okay? Let's get what's the vibe. And we've got the tens out too. So again, the fives and the tens kind of add up, you know? So, very true. No more running, no more escaping, no more denial, and no more fucking excuses. Get moving on that. ASAP. Could be doing some traveling too. And then we have love affair. All right, well, we can't dismiss this. You know, for single Scorpios. Dirty little secret, sex fix, and down low. Either way sounds fantastic. You know what I mean? But, something's definitely going on there, y'all. So check that out. Wow. Wow. All right. Let's get a closing message for you. Holy Moses. Whew. There are a lot of you single Scorpios. All right, so closing message is this. Cleansing. Cleanse your mind and spirit. Remove negative energy. Absolutely. Get rid of the disappointment. Cleanse that part of yourself that wants to focus on everything going wrong instead of the possibilities of things going right finally. It's time to change that. And I believe, Scorpio, you need to embrace it. Okay? All right. That is going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out the February shift video I did live a couple Thursdays ago. This gives you a great idea of all the astrology that's happening in February, and we do readings for all the signs, including yours, Freakin weekend style. So I pick it out of the singing bowl and give some more insight into February because it's a big month. It's a big February shift. And if you would like to learn the tarot, well, I'm starting my 5-week interactive course that's going to be happening live on Zoom, not recorded. And we're going to start February 11th, Wednesday at 7 p.m. You can go ahead and sign up for that now. in the description. Check it out. And also, I'm doing it in person at the Circle of Light Sunday, February 15th at 1 p.m. Excellent. So you've got choices and options. And join us Sundays at 10 a.m. for Tea and Tarot on TikTok at Raise Your Vibration TV. Love doing the TikTok lives, of course. If you would like a personal reading with me, in person or online, I'm your dude. Click the link in the description. Again, it'll bring you to my booking page. So, Scorpio, lots of changes happening here. Are you going to change the way you're reacting to them? Because it's really starting to affect the outcome. And focusing on disappointment leads to more disappointment. So it's time for a change. But when you do, and you cleanse yourself of this shitty energy, oh boy, do relationships move, explode. So with that being said, Scorpio, I love you all. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you Thursday night, 7 p.m. live here on YouTube. Sagittarius, welcome. It's your midweek reset tarot reading for February 4th all the way to February 10th, and I hope you are doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Yes. Let's get to the tarot table. If you haven't checked it out already, go ahead and watch the cosmic weather at the beginning of the video so we can talk about all the astrology that's going on, all right? And getting a little bit more of a feel for the energy. So let's start with getting your angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. It's about time. All right, everybody, let's do it. Our angel numbers, is transition with 3, 4, 5. Sag, you are in a period of transition and change. Embrace these new beginnings and trust in the process of transformation unfolding in your life. Beautiful. Welcome it. I was just telling Scorpio the same thing, open up to it. And more comes your way also. So 3, 4, 5, remember that. Now we're getting a message from our guides, and this week it's from our inner child oracle. So we're going to let our inner child come forth and speak and see what they have for us and what we need to understand and learn. Because our inner child is there with us every step of the way. Wow. And it's number 40 with You Are Worthy. Look at how beautiful that is. Look at the transformation butterflies. You are worth it all, my love. What a beautiful message. Let's read up on it. Okay, let's see. Everyone longs to be worthy. We work hard to find this worth in many different places, in accomplishments and titles, in the eyes of another. But at the end of the day, all we truly have is the worth that we attribute to ourselves. This is not to diminish the beautiful gifts that can be yours through our actions and relationships, but to say that if we do not find ourselves worthy first, we will continue to search for it elsewhere and never find satisfaction. So, when we talk about worth, does it make you feel uncomfortable? Do you say that to yourself? I am worthy, I am worth it. Your inner child wants you to know that you are, in so many ways, spoken and unspoken. And it's time for you to understand that. Wow, what a great message. Okay. Whew. Profound right out of the gate. Let's keep going, shall we? Let's do our shadow work card and see what that offers us. And it's unseen patterns. Change your thoughts, change your life. This is about beliefs and reprogramming in Sagittarius. It's time to get that outdated model out of there and upgrade big time. There's some unseen patterns that are stopping your transition into new beginnings because you're not feeling worthy. You see how that all connects? It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So let's go ahead and get the meat of the reading front and center. Wow. That's profound, guys. That's profound. Worth. That's where it all comes from. That's where it all stems from, is you are worthy of it. And don't believe anything else. Six of Wands at the bottom of the deck is just you focusing on victory and success. The spotlight's on you this week. Make it work in your advantage, okay? To your advantage, I should say. Anything else? I think there's one more in there. Where is it? There it is. Two more. Interesting. All right. How do we do this? Yeah, huge focus on family. So again, family issues. Maybe here. Maybe there's an end to something here. There's definitely a rebirth. But again, it's closing a door, opening up another one. The Seven of Cups that gets us confused. Now we don't know which way to go. And I guess the whole advice this week for you is the High Priestess. And that is follow your intuition. Allow the universe to guide you. If you can't figure out the answer here with the Seven of Cups, then allow the universe to do it for you. You need to speak up though and say that. Okay? Now, the Three of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles is beautiful energy here. Some of you could be opening up to like a new job through a friend that's a long-lasting, better-paying job. This is feeling secure in all that you do, especially when it comes to your support group. You know, getting the right people into your life. And it pays off. So you're opening up to a new beginning here. Just trust it. You got to make a decision, though. A lot of you are stuck in making a decision simply because you feel you're not worth it. Boom. Okay, let's get some oracles. Let's see. What do we have? What else do we have for Sagittarius? Yeah, see, we need to let go of the disruption. We're focused too much on that. It's time to sacrifice that. That's an old way of thinking that no longer works. It's huge for us. So let's focus on success. It'll transform you big time. Sag, I think this week is a turning point for you. And I believe you need to open up to it. It's gonna pay off big time. You can't mince words with that. That's beautiful. Really is. Let's look at relationships. See what's going on with that. Because for some of you, you could meet somebody through a group of friends. These cards really didn't want to go together, which tells me that you kind of are hesitant about something with relationships. What is this? The Three of Wands is saying, okay, you're ready. You're ready. It's time to look towards the future. Yeah, don't be deceived by these ends that have happened, okay? Again, speaking into an existence, really, speaking your truth. It's a lot to unpack here. It's communication, lack thereof. I don't know. I think it's you opening up to your worth and not being confused anymore or being deceived by your thoughts. These old patterns that are unseen that need to be seen. This will help with your transition into your new way of life and relationships and everything. You know what I mean? This ending is actually a very good beginning for you in all aspects, but you need to speak up. Thank you for my success. I am worthy. I deserve it. And I open up to it. Okay? Wow. Okay. Past life love. Your soul remembers this intense connection. Maybe it's time to let that go. Maybe that's what's holding you back. Different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Maybe that's what you're dealing with here. You know what I mean? Or maybe it's just different ways of getting it, because the vision is clear with the Ten of Pentacles. Stability, long-lasting relationships, solid. same page, not different page. So some of you need to understand that. All right, let's get some. What's the vibe? A lot of you got to make a decision here. You really do. Yeah, look at that. Smell the roses. Slow down. Take some you time. Get out in nature. You need to maybe pause this for a little bit and realign yourself. I think that's what it is. It's your worth. I am worthy. I am good enough. You're saying the opposite, and that's what's stopping all of it. And then you're pissed. You know, because it's like, well, how come I don't get it? You know what I'm saying? This reading seems like it's all over the place. So you need to ground, you know? Okay, yeah. Especially this with the closing message is intuition. Listen to your intuition. It never lies. It will never lie. It will always guide you in the right way. And I think you're being deceived by what's going on here. And it's really from unseen patterns in your past. And you always have the ability to reprogram yourself. So that's huge. So follow your intuition. It's twice here. You know, that's incredible energy. Incredible. Listen, Sag, that's going to do it for this midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget, if I didn't mention it, but February's energy shift is here. It's recorded. I did this a couple Thursdays ago on the lives because I go live Thursdays at 7 p.m. And check that out. Because this also gives you a message for February too. So much information here. So watch that video, share it with your friends too. And if you would like to learn the tarot like I did one day, well, I've got a 5-week course. I'm doing it online for the first time on Zoom, and that works fantastically. I'm doing it here in the studio, and we're all going to be interacting together. It's going to be fantastic. 5 weeks of learning the tarot, developing your intuition, and really just learning how to do it all. I tell you everything, all right? Sign up for that today. All the info's in the description. I'm also offering it February 15th on Sunday, 1 p.m. That's in person at the Circle of Light. So check that out. And check me out on TikTok, Sundays at 10 a.m. Beautiful. Love doing the TikTok thing. So come join us over there. It's fun. All right. So if you would like a personal reading with me in person or online, all you have to do is click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. I got great readings specifically for 2026. Check it out. All right, Sag, lots to unpack here, but you're transitioning. It can be painful, but you got to trust it. And let the universe guide you. Speak your truth. Get on the same page. Because you got the potential to do it. All right, Sag, thank you so much for watching. I love you all. And yes, I will see you Thursday, 7 p.m. live here on YouTube. Capricorn, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading, and this is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. So welcome. Thank you so much for being here, Capricorn, and I hope you're already on your way to a fantastic week. Lots of energy, lots of changes, and they just keep rolling in, and I hope everyone's handling it the best and most graceful way we can, but son of a bitch, sometimes it's just a kick in the groin. But let's go to the tarot table and start, all right? So thank you so much for being here. If you are new to the channel, well, welcome. It's about time you got here, but it's the perfect time. Let's get our angel numbers to start this midweek reset off. Go ahead and check out the cosmic weather. That is at the beginning of the video, so you can get the whole vibe on the astrology and all of that. So these numbers for you are 909 with confidence. Things are moving and you need to make a decision. Act with confidence and take risks. And that can be scary, but have confidence. That's where it all makes sense. Is when you have the confidence to take that bold step forward. All it takes is one step and the rest fall into line for you. You have to be confident that step is going to appear when you take it. Okay? Now, we're going to get a message from our inner child today, from the Inner Child Oracle, and see what our inner child is. Ooh, damn. Well, I'll tell you right out of the gate, your inner child seems very pissed. I mean, those cards just went flying out. So, okay. All right, what do we have for Capricorn? What does Capricorn's inner child have to say to them? Ooh, look at this beautiful card. Wow. See that full moon? That was from last week, Leo full moon. Look at that. Beautiful energy. Is that a tiger with wings? Sure is. It's number 20. It's time to celebrate. Cultivate an air of celebration today. Celebrate yourself, all that you do, everything that you do. That's imperative. Celebrating yourself. Very important. Let's read up on it. Celebration is such a wonderful experience in this life, one that can bring about a sense of community and pleasure. Even the smallest of reasons to celebrate is reason enough, as it is the spirit of celebration and not necessarily the physical adornments that makes a gathering of people something extraordinary. If you've pulled this card, then it may be time to cultivate an air of celebration this week through action and spirit. Again, action. Okay? In addition, this card could mean that it is time for you to celebrate yourself and your accomplishments. This practice can be done with others or by yourself, but the key aspect is to focus on what you've already accomplished, not what might be waiting for you in the future. We do not celebrate ourselves in our current moments, then it might be hard to celebrate ourselves in the future moments as well. So, create spaces that encourage play, laughter, and fun. Invite others to join you and take pleasure in their company. Savor the simple beauty that good food and good friends can bring. Okay, so go out there and celebrate. It may be time, maybe long overdue, and that's fine. Again, that gives you the confidence to move forward. All right. Let's take a gander at our shadow work, shall we? Let's see what's stopping us to celebrate. And it's embrace the void. Your true potential is waiting to be discovered. So in the emptiness, you can find that creative power. Going within. Things are moving and you need to make a decision. Maybe going within is the way to go about making that decision. All right? So, Capricorn, without further ado, let's get to the energy of this midweek. This is powerful, you know? But in the end, it's about celebrating because you're finally gaining the confidence necessary. Okay? Bottom of the deck, 9 of Pentacles. Plant the seeds and you shall reap the rewards. Use your wisdom. You're good enough. Confidence. The 9s have it. Is that it? Yeah. Wow. Yeah, look at that. 2 of Swords. Indecision. Don't know which way to go. Very interesting. The Emperor is taking action. Things are moving. You need to make a decision. This is exactly it right here. And confidence. The Queen of Pentacles nurtures that. Also, a time to open to abundance and all of that comes with it. Again, you know, are you worthy of it? Of course you are. You have to have the confidence. Sometimes it needs to take a risk. Sometimes this decision just comes down to taking a risk. But empower yourself. You're the one that makes the decisions. And you got to believe that. You can't leave it up to somebody else. You know what I mean? The universe can guide you only so far. It's dependent on how your energy is projecting out there. You know? And if you're ready to take action and you step forward confidently, it will pay off. You'll have plenty of time to celebrate. Interesting. All right. Yeah, this is all about security with the base chakra. I am safe. I am secure. Yeah, look at that. Firm foundation. No longer holding back. Building that strong foundation. The red here. Security, safety. The waiting game is over. It's time for movement. You gotta make a decision. Another 2. Wow. Let's look at relationships and love. Let's see what we have here. Very good. So, your security may be shaken, and now it's got you kind of, I don't know, stuck in a certain point of view that needs to change. Yeah, look at that. All these cards are face down except for this one, the 4 of Swords. Another 4. 1, 2, 3. Let's bring out the 4s. What do the angel numbers have to say about these reoccurring 4s? Yeah, exactly. Protection and stability. Your guides are saying you're protected. Wow, 9 of Wands. Yep. That'll harden. Another 9. I mean, it's just, you got to let down your walls. Page of Swords is a message coming in. Wheel of Fortune says it's time. You could be dealing with a Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, or Aquarius. Those are the fixed signs. Interesting. It's time. Put things to rest. Take down the walls. You are safe. Make that move. You'll be celebrating it. Okay? Let's get messages of love and see where we're at with this. What else do we need to know for this week? Wow, this is incredible. Decision. It's time to decide about this relationship. We don't know what to decide. What's up with that? Where do we go from here? Only you would know. Only you're the one guiding this. Interference. An external party is intruding on this relationship. Well, then let's eliminate the problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, what's the external party here? And why are you letting that happen? You putting your focus on it? You know what I'm saying? The plot thickens. Let's go to what's the vibe? Okay. This could be a big part of it. Suffering in silence, unspoken desires, real feelings, and broken dreams. There it is right there. And you need to put that to rest. Because it makes you insecure and unstable. And then you get pissed off. Which brings this. Salty, bitter, angry, petty. Well, now we know the true cause of this. The interference is from you. Because you're bitter, angry, and petty. And that doesn't bring anything. And it's sure the fuck not going to bring you anything to celebrate. So, let it go. I mean, here's, you just got to let that go. All right? So, let's go ahead and get a closing message for you, Capricorn. So much to unpack. But really, I mean, decisions have to be made. Because things are moving. And they'll move without you. You know what I'm saying? But I think after all of this, it comes down, oh my God, I can't believe this. Are you kidding me? Confidence. Believe in your worth and your abilities. We started with confidence and we end with it. How can that even fucking happen? That's why I love my job. For real. We started with confidence and we end with confidence. So pay attention to that. That is cause for celebration. The confidence pays off, guys. That's incredible. Wow. That's going to do it for your midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out the February shift. That video is out. That gives you the whole outlook on February's energy. And we also pull cards for you Freakin Weekend style. It's a great video. Watch it, share it with your friends. And if you would like to learn the tarot, I am starting my 5-week course online Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. starting class 1 on February 11th. And this is live on Zoom. This is not recorded. This is live on Zoom. And I can't wait to do that. If you are in the Western New York area, in the Fredonia, New York area, well, then I'm going to be offering that live at the Circle of Light Spiritual Center in person, and you can sign up for that. Link is in the description. Perfect. Either way, I'm yours. And check me out on TikTok for Tea and Tarot on Sundays. That gives you the vibe for the week. We talk a little bit about astrology. We're pulling cards for everybody. We're doing collective readings. It's fun. I love doing it, and I hope you join us on there too. So it's time to celebrate. Make a decision, God damn it. All right? If you would like a personal reading with me, Capricorn, in person or online, click the link in the description. It'll bring you to my booking page. All right, Capricorn, decide, will you? Just fucking decide. Let your anger and your pettiness and all of that go, because it's not getting you anywhere, and you're not celebrating shit if you're fucking salty. Okay? So, with that being said, that's going to do it. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorn. I love you all, and I will see you Thursday here on YouTube, 7 p.m. Thursday. Aquarius, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading. This is going to be for February 4th all the way to February 10th. Happy birthday, Aquarius. We are celebrating you today, and I hope you are on your way to a wonderful birthday week if this is your birthday. But it's your season. We're fucking making things happen, man. It's crazy. Lots of crazy energy going on. Your ruler just went direct yesterday as of the 2nd. Oh, wait, today, the 3rd. Uranus goes direct. Whew. Big energy. That electric current is no longer stifled. It's moving forward for you. So take advantage of that, Aquarius. Let's go to the tarot table and begin with our angel numbers. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. It's about time you got here. Let's go ahead and get your angel numbers, and it's 565 with shift. Take a look at your life and see which areas need to be shifted to bring you more joy. And that full moon last week in Leo kind of set the stage for that, especially with relationships for you. So take the time to reassess your priorities and create a plan for yourself. Shift your focus with 565. Okay? Now, we're going to get a message from our inner child this week. It's very rare that I pull this deck out. I only do it when I'm prompted to. It's there with my other ones, and it sits quietly until it needs to speak. So, guess what? We're getting a message from our inner child this week. Aquarius, are you willing to listen? Just one. We just want one. We don't want to bombard them with inner child work. Just one message. That's for Aquarius. What is it? What do we have? Oh my God. All right, let's do these again. Sometimes that's all it takes, and then we get moving. Okay. Ooh, I never got this one before. Number 41. You can do hard things. It's not as impossible as it may feel. Sailing takes me away. Okay, let's read up on it. Number 41. Is this the last one in the deck? Look at it. I turned right to it. All right. There are many things, Aquarius, in this life that you may feel you cannot or should not have to do. It can be overwhelming to think about doing something that is hard. But in truth, many things we label as hard could be more appropriately labeled as simply time-consuming or long. Sometimes not wanting to do hard things can be reminiscent of mindsets we might have had in childhood when we never wanted to clean our room or do our homework. You pulled this card, so that means that you might need to reassess what has been labeled as too hard. So, here's a self-care exercise. Take time today, or when you can, to think upon the beliefs that might be holding you back. Are you putting yourself in a box by what you cannot or should not have to do? Sometimes choosing to push through the feelings of, I don't want to do this because I do not feel like it, can be quite beneficial. Note, always trust your intuition when choosing which hard activities to do, and do not attempt anything unsafe to yourself or others. So, again, we need to shift our focus on these things we have to do. It's essential, so your inner child is being like, hey, almost like, I don't want to do that, when you know it's necessary as an adult to do it, okay? You follow me on that? Sometimes, Aquarius, it's all on how we look at it. Let's not look at it as impossible. I think that's the big one, So let's get our shadow work and see what it adds to this. Feathered omens. Even the sweetest bird harbors fierce intentions, so be careful of self-deceit. The illusion, again, it's an illusion. Oh, this is hard to do. Self-deceit. You got to shift that. The big message is shift this week, okay? Shift the sails. The winds of change are coming in. Don't make it hard for yourself. Interesting. Especially now that your ruler is moving forward and will continue for most of the summer now, so most of the year. So get ready. Buckle up, buttercup. It ain't about to get harder. It's about to get easier. You got to shift your perspective. Okay? Let's do this, Aquarius. Bottom of the deck is the Page of Wands. You have an opportunity here to bring more joy into your life. You've taken it way too serious. Okay? Wow. You're making it harder for yourself, actually. This is becoming abundantly clear, Aquarius. Abundantly. Okay? Let's get the vibe. Ooh. There it is. They just threw up all over the place. Fell. Missed opportunity. That's what I'm calling that. Interesting. Very interesting. I think it's amazing how all these cards kind of come out together. Like we've got 2 on each side, 3 in the middle. It always kind of evens out that way. And you see the way I do this. I randomly shuffle this shit. It's amazing. I love it. I love my job. Come on. See, look, we're making it impossible. All right, so on the what we need to work on end, the 5 of Cups, the Judgment, and the 9 of Swords. So we're wasting our energy with the 5 of Cups. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. We're allowing our judgments of ourselves, again, self-deceit, illusion. We're thinking people are judging us. They're not. They're thinking the same thing about you. 9 of Swords is anxiety. You need to put that to rest. It's put you out of balance, actually. It really has put you out of balance. And you're making it almost impossible. You're viewing it as impossible to solve. And here's the remedy. The Empress is empowering yourself. Making that shift from imbalance to balance by simply saying it. Thank you for my balanced life. Knight of Cups is a missed opportunity coming in, and the Chariot is just focusing on success. This is brilliant energy here. We cannot sit in this any longer. We need to shift our perspective from doom and gloom to fuck yeah. And that's that. Real, that is it. No more self-deceit. This is an internal thing. It's not really what's going on out there. It's within you. Lots to unpack, but just focus on success. There's movement here. You've gotten a little stagnant in your energy too, I see your energy being very whiny. All right. Suffering in silence. Another 9. You got to be truthful with yourself. That's the big one. And do not turn your back on an opportunity here this week. Don't you dare. In fact, what you've been waiting for can actually be achieved. If you just put your focus on it being possible instead of impossible. You know what I mean? You're over complicating the process here, and it's fucking driving you nuts. Wow. Let's look at relationships. Let's see what's going on there. Jesus. I don't want to add insult to injury, but Jesus is Lord. What? But let's see. And there's simple solutions here. It's just you putting your focus on this. The star, your card. Again, trust in yourself, especially when it comes to relationships. Heal that part of yourself, okay? Look at that, the King of Wands, embracing change, doing it differently. It's not hard. It's actually easy. Take that first step. Ace of Swords, new way of looking at things. The universe is like, hey, stop overcomplicating it. You've got this. You're just focusing on the impossibilities of it. And that can ruin everything. It's possible. Okay? Let's get messages of love. Ooh. There we are. And this could help. Acceptance. Everything happens for a reason, Aquarius. It's not hard. It's just something we need to accept. Okay? Friendship. This friendship is leading to more. Maybe that's another thing. Maybe you are in this friendship and you want more out of it, and you're saying it's impossible. Again, you're limiting your possibilities by saying it's impossible, or it's hard work, or, oh, I don't want to get in a relationship because it's hard work. Yes, everything's hard work. Accept it. You know? It pays off. And boy, is there a payoff here. But you got to shift the way you're looking at it. And stop trying to please everybody. That's another random message coming out for you. Please yourself. Thrills. Continuous cycles, bad decisions, focus, and addictions. Why is that doing that? So, in the same loop, that's hard. I can't break myself out of this cycle. And then you're pissed because you're in it all the time. And then you blame it on the world and the universe. Waves, emotions, worry, and fear. That's another thing that keeps you locked into this stuck energy. It's time to move it. I mean, it's that cut and fucking dry. Really, it is. Let's get a closing message for you. You're making this a lot more difficult than it actually has to be, Aquarius. This can change everything for you. Wow. Look at that. Acceptance. Accept others and yourself and welcome new opportunities. It's not hard to do that. Wow. Okay. Wow. That is going to do it for your Midweek Reset Tarot reading. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hey, check out February's energy. I got that video up. I did it a couple Thursdays ago to get us ready for this February shift. Go ahead and check out it on YouTube now. Share it with your friends. It's got all kinds of astrology on there. We go over everything for February. So check that out. All right. Very good. If you would like to learn the tarot with me, I'm starting my interactive course on Zoom, so you don't even have to leave your home. Okay. Class 1 begins Wednesday, February 11th at 7 p.m. And we're doing it on Zoom, and we're doing it from the studio here. So, I mean, this is the stage right here, and it's going to be great. All right. I'm allowing 10 students in, so we have an equal number of people. And it's fantastic, Aquarius. If you've been interested in learning the tarot, I am your dude. And if you would like to do it in person, I'm offering this at the Circle of Light here in Fredonia, February 15th, Sunday, 1 p.m. Okay? So sign up in the description, or send me an email and I will send you all the info. And join me on TikTok Sundays at 10 a.m. at Raise Your Vibration TV. I have so much fun on TikTok there. So if you would like a personal reading with me in person or online, go ahead and click the description and it'll bring you to my booking page. I'm booking out to March. Book yours now. They're booking up fast. All right. So Aquarius, happy birthday. It's not as hard as it seems. You got this. And I'm sending you love and light, of course. And thank you so much for watching. And I will see you Thursday, 7 p.m. here on YouTube, live, baby. Pisces, welcome to your midweek reset tarot reading for February 4th, all the way to February 10th. So, wow, you're going to be feeling this energy because the fast-moving planets are already moving into your sign. So you could be feeling that shift. You know, you feel something coming up here. Something's moving, and it's in your favor. Venus is going to be moving into your sign also with Mercury. So communication, we're feeling it. We're in the feels. We're being much more compassionate, and that's good. We need that, okay? So let's go to the tarot table and start our tarot reading. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new to the channel, hey, welcome. It's about time. But you're here, and we welcome you. So we start with our angel numbers. Let's start with this, Pisces. Let's get this going. There it is. And what is it? It's 678 with progress. Love it. You're making progress and advancement towards your goals. Stay focused and committed to your journey, knowing that success is within reach. Wow. You're making progress, Pisces. 678. Beautiful. Now, we're getting a message from our inner child today. Really excited about that. I only pull this out once in a while. You know, I've got a lot of other oracle decks I use for our spirit guide messages, but sometimes the inner child oracle deck wants to come out. Today is the day, so let's see what our inner child wants us to know. Ooh, never gotten this one before. Look at that. It's a unicorn. Love that energy. Number 5, be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. Your inner child wants you to know that. Be true to who you are. It's beautiful. Making progress also. 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's read up on it. Number 5. Okay. Safety, identity, and connection are all beautiful aspects of life that we crave to know and have. Sometimes, Pisces, in our search for these treasures, we can lose touch with ourselves along the way. The fear of not being a part of a collective or of not finding the connections we need to feel safe can lead us to betray who we really are. We may choose to mold ourselves to existing patterns and expectations of the people around us, and in doing so, miss out on the unfolding of our true selves. You pulled this card, and there may be an aspect of yourself or your inner child that has been betrayed in order to be accepted by someone or something. So let's do the inner work exercise here. Reflect on any activities, actions, people, places, or items that you might have once loved but since given up for someone or something else. Once you have found this lost love thing, Once you have found this lost love thing, take steps today to bring it back into your life. If you have many lost things, try to focus on one at a time. Allowing yourself to come back home to who you are can be an overwhelming process, and it's best to be done with gentleness. But again, the progress you seek and make is being true to who you are. Beautiful. Fear will not stop you from shining. All right, let's look at our shadow work oracle card. Which one? The one that face down. Thank you. And it's explore feelings. Wow. With those planets moving into your sign, yeah. Delve into insecurity and unresolved emotions. This will bring out your authentic self, give you some closure and some peace. Wow. Fix your crown, Pisces. Wow. That's progress. Beautiful. Let's move on. Okay. Wow. Okay. They really want me to be quiet so you can sit with that. Isn't that weird? I've never done that before. Usually I'm talking a mile a minute, but they just wanted you to sit with that for a minute. But explore those feelings. Look at that. 2 of Cups. Things coming together. Relationships, love. Again, progress. Whew. Wow. All right. Wow. Did you see that? Wow. Beautiful. Wow, this is beautiful energy, guys. We've got the 10 of Wands. We're moving forward, releasing our burdens, becoming back to who we are. Queen of Cups is trusting where we're going, allowing the universe to guide us, of course. Huge. The Page of Swords is messages coming in, could also be really having these ideas and being inspired, and lots going on in your head. Again, let's kind of explore those feelings. Let's let go of things that no longer serve us. Again, it's all about making progress. And I love this. The Ace of Cups to the 10 of Pentacles. This is you being true to who you are, filling your cup first, and man, does it pay off with the 10 of Pentacles and how happy we are. Stable, grounded, progress, all because you're taking back your power. And you're allowing the universe to simply bring you to where you need to go. And it's beautiful energy. Filling your cup first. I mean, that message couldn't be any more true. Be true to who you are. Fear will not stop you from shining. And when you adapt that, the progress you make this week is incredible. Oof. Anything else? We're going to get some oracles here. Ooh. Nope. I'm going to ask. I'm going to do these up one more time. I think my cards are tired. I've done a lot of readings today. Look at that. All right, there we go. Okay. Yeah. It's our spiritual strength we're using. Again, this is very empowering energy. You're coming into your power with authority. Again, making moves. The Emperor. Beautiful. And having hope. That's what's keeping this all going. Absolutely. See it in your mind, you hold it in your hands. We're one step closer. And it's beautiful. Let's look at relationships, because when we have the Ace of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, this is just beautiful energy here. Okay? Let's see. Ooh. Okay, anything else? Nope. That's it, huh? Okay, wow. All right, the 10 of Wands again. Yeah, releasing your burdens, especially with old relationships. Again, that's a big thing. That's huge. Knight of Wands is taking action. Yeah, you're moving towards it. This is great. You're making progress. Don't let anyone fool you, including yourself. And the Ace of Cups again. New beginnings in relationship. Fill your cup first to its overrunning. You know what I mean? Beautiful. I love it. Let's get messages of love. Let's see what we... Ooh. Okay. Wow. And it's chemistry. The attraction you feel is mutual. Yeah. The Ace of Cups, again, being in the right place, being true to who you are. It's a huge message, and abundance. You've done the work, abundance flows to you now, and it does. It's overflowing. Love that symbolism there. Because you're putting in the work for yourself. Let's get, what's the vibe? Man, this is progress. This is huge. It really is. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, and releasing this. That's not who we are. That's not being true to who you are. Being stressed out, migraines, worry. That could be a lot of the solar flares that are happening today. I mean, this whole time my ears are ringing. It feels like pressure is going, and we've had 3 bursts. Boom. 1 big one and 2 minor ones right after the other. That affects everything on this planet and our solar system. So again, if you're having migraines, this may be either a hydration issue or a salt issue. They're both intertwined. Magnesium will help also, okay? But release the worry, release the stress. That's not being true to who you are. Again, that's the huge message for you this week. So let's get a closing message. Pisces, this is beautiful. Just good energy. It really is. And what does it all come down to? Joy, more joy in our lives. Like that full moon in Leo, that taught us a lot about that. And you could be really now feeling it. You're the last one in the Zodiac to feel it, so I could see the delay. But joy is the dance of the soul. Enjoy every moment. Allow things that bring joy into your life. Have hope that it can happen. This is very positive. This is very beautiful energy, and I wouldn't squander it or waste it. All right? Pisces, whew. That's going to do it for this midweek reset. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Check out February's energy. I recorded that a couple weeks ago. We talk extensively about all the energy that's happening in February, planetary ingresses, all of it. And we also pull cards for each sign, kind of like the Freakin weekend. Share that with your friends and check that out now. If you would like to learn the tarot, I am your teacher. Welcome. 5 weeks, interactive on Zoom, live, not recorded. That's huge. And we're starting Wednesday, February 11th at 7 p.m. You can still sign up for that. Info in the description. And I'm also doing it in person at the Circle of Light here in Fredonia on Sunday, February 15th at 1 p.m. So either way, we got you covered, all right? Join me Sundays at 10 a.m. on TikTok for Tea and Tarot. We get inspirational messages. We do readings for everybody. I love doing lives on TikTok. So join me there if you please at Raise Your Vibration TV. And if you would like a personal reading with me in person or online, well, then all you have to do is click the link in the description and it'll bring you to my booking page, Pisces. Be true to who you are. Let this be your mantra. Fear will not stop me from shining. I am being true to who I am. Fuck. And watch the transmutation happen because you're making progress. Believe it or not, you are. Okay? Pisces, love you all. Thank you so much for watching. And I will see you Thursday here on YouTube, 7 p.m. live, baby.